Hey there, nature lovers. If you are new here, my name is Jackie, and today I want to talk to you about garlic. So I've had my garlic curing for a while, and I really don't like to use plastic in the garden, but I find these things are quite helpful for many different reasons. But one of them is like for curing your harvest, because they provide that good airflow and they're like a basket, right? So I actually prefer to cure them just right outside in the shade. I stacked, well, no, I didn't stack them. I put all of these garlic in the trays here, and then I just put them underneath on some rocks in the shade, and I just let Mother Nature dry them. You can hang them, you can dry them inside. I just find that like outside with the airflow is enough, and like the pests don't really come in and bother them at all, because like things don't like garlic. So that's just an easy way to cure them. So these have been curing for quite a while. I was on vacation, so I tried to cut them and store them before I left, and they weren't quite dry yet. So today I want to get them ready and start for storage. So I've already done a couple here. So basically what you do, these are hard neck varieties here. I'm just gonna snip off the neck and make sure again that it's dry on the inside. You don't want to see any moisture. That's why I saw the last time is moisture. And then I'm gonna trim this little beard here, the roots. And then you can, if there's like paper that is a little bit dirty, you can take off some of the layer of paper. Don't take too many layers off though. So that's pretty much what you need to do for your garlic harvest. And again, I'm going to take off the outer layer that is full of dirt. You can see it just doesn't look as nice. And I mean, there is that chance of spreading some sort of fungus or something. So I may as well take that off. Now I actually grew some of the biggest garlic that I ever have this year. I want to show you, look at these. This is an elephant garlic. Like, look how huge that is. So elephant garlic is apparently a little bit different than regular garlic. I haven't actually cooked with this yet, so I'm excited to try it out. They say it's a little bit milder, but yeah, if you want to impress your friends with like huge garlic bulbs, grow elephant garlic. I mean, it's pretty huge. Like, look at these. They're massive. Then what I do is I pull out all the ones that don't look that great, that do have some of the mold and some of the discoloring happening already, or that seem to be a little bit wet still. So I cut some of the necks, and some of them still kind of had like a little bit of moisture in them. So I'm gonna let these ones dry. These are the ones that I'm gonna be using first. So I'll be using them in my pickles and my salsa right away. So that I just set those aside so I know use these ones up first. Then I pick out the ones that I want to plant for this fall. So I've got an elephant garlic that I picked out here. I've got some of the music that I picked out, and I just used a Sharpie just to label on top of there. And then these ones are a mix of like the German red and the red Russian, which to me, they're pretty much the same. So if you want to make sure you're growing big bulbs, you need to pick the biggest bulbs. So this one here has 5 bulbs in it, and they're pretty big size bulbs. My music has about 10, and they're a little bit smaller, but this variety seems to have grown a little bit smaller. It could just be the variety. But yeah, so I picked out the biggest bulbs that I want to be able to grow, and I set those aside now in a different container for these to grow in the fall. So for the rest of these, and actually this one here maybe is one that you could pull out just because it does have like some more discoloring, and you know, like some of these could spread kind of a fungus. So this one I might put in the use right away pile. So just have a look over them, make sure they're all dry, make sure they don't have any of that extra little fungus on them. And then these ones now, and I've cut again, oh, these planes. I like to cut the neck like actually fairly close. Sometimes I leave them a little bit longer, but I find that actually this seems to be just as good as cutting them, but whatever your preference is. If you like them longer, cut them longer. So much noise all the time. Move to the country, they said. It'll be quiet, they said. Hey, so now for these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in a paper bag, and I'm gonna put them in a cool place to hang out, and to make sure that it's not too high in humidity and it's not too cold, and yeah, and that's it. Check on them every once in a while, make sure they haven't sprouted. So cool, dark, dry place. That's where you want to store them. In a paper bag is what I store them in. You can store them in like mesh bags to kind of do the extra airflow, but I find a paper bag works just great. So that's how you can store them for long term. And in a few months, I will check to see how they're doing, and then I could always peel them and cut them up and freeze them so you have minced garlic in the freezer ready to go. But that's basically what you need to do to cure your garlic and have it ready to replant, use up right away, and then store long term. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.